Hello everyone, and welcome to First Spiritualist Church Sunday service. What a special day, and I'm so glad that you've tuned in, and you're here with us today. I know there's a lot of other things you can be doing, but to be able to take that time for yourself to connect with Spirit and to connect with the wisdom that's being brought in, that's always an extra special opportunity to fill your own cup. So I would like to, first of all, again, thank all of you for being here. So if you would please join me in preparing for the service, the message, the love, and the enlightenment. Let's just gently close our eyes and take in a deep breath. And exhale. Take another breath in. And exhale, allowing yourself to be present and open, releasing all your thoughts, no worries, no cares. Taking in another breath. We thank you, wonderful Spirit, guides and angels, for joining us here in this moment, no matter where we are. Inviting your loved ones into your vibration. We thank you, wonderful Spirit, for joining, for connecting, for allowing us all to come together. We ask that our minds and our hearts and our souls be open to receiving the messages, the wisdom, and the light that we are here to receive right here, right now. Now take a moment as you breathe in and feel yourself surrounded by angels, guides, and loved ones. We welcome you in with highest blessings and unconditional love as we gratefully receive your love, your light, and your blessings. Today, I'm inspired with the word open, openness, open to receiving, open to allowing, open to release. With everything going on in the world right now and in our own lives personally, it's important for you to realize that everything has a purpose. Your life has a purpose. Every moment has a purpose. And if you get so caught up in what's swirling around you, whether it's the bills, the health, the government, the TV, the phone, social media, and you continually roll into that energy, sometimes you miss what's really going on in the moment. And if you can take the time, or many times throughout the day, to just pause, close your eyes, and take a breath in, calm your mind, let everything push aside, and then breathe. And then if your mind is still kind of running and caught up in everything, go a little bit further and start taking an inventory on what you're grateful for right here, right now. And then, when you take a breath again and open your eyes, no matter what it is that's on your plate, whether you have a million things to do, or you need to help a friend through a situation, or you need to make a speech, or no matter what it is, you can face it from a different angle. You can see it from a different perception. You can understand that everything, everyone, every minute, everything has a meaning and a purpose that is good in your life, in your heart, and in your soul. And then look at it from a perspective of being a creator. Do I want to keep creating frustration, fear, anger? I'm too busy, I'm too tired, or I just don't know what to do. This is when the pause is important. This is when you being open to Spirit is important. So take a moment throughout the day. Take in the breath of life. Open yourself up to Spirit and allow yourself to be the best that you can be, because you deserve it. So let's take in another deep breath. And let that breath run all the way through you. And welcome back in. And I am so fortunate today to introduce a very wonderful friend and lecturer, speaker, motivator. And you know, there are certain people that we know in our life that just simply a smile can ground you. And this is one of those guys. This is one of those people that does it for me. You know, an uplifting laugh or smile, or he has so much wisdom from experience, and through his trials and tribulations, he's not only learned to overcome them, but he's learned to help other people overcome them. So that's truly a beautiful inspiration. Today, we have Jessie Santos, and I have his bio here that I'm going to read. Jessie was born on December 15th, 1985, as a 4-month premature infant addicted to heroin. But he still made it out as a miracle baby with all 10 fingers and 10 toes. He was raised with his adopted mother and father and 3 older brothers. He started out in life raised as a Christian. However, he then gravitated to more universal spiritual beliefs during his journeys, living in over 30 cities in California. Jessie reports that he has experienced many miracles along the way and has had almost every single wish he's ever had come true. He says, "I made it through addiction. I'm learning how to live with clairaudience, and it's a dream come true to be speaking at a church that I believe in." Well, I'm pleased to have someone that I believe in, and I know many others do also, to be speaking here at the church.
Thank you, Lorena. Hello, and good morning. I would like to talk about mainly 2 things today. 2 main points that I want to hit on today are dreams, wishes, and affirmations come true, and everything happens with purpose. So I am a firm believer, and it's completely from my experience in life, that anything that you really desire, anything that you really wish for, whether it's whatever it is that you want to be, or whatever it is that you want to do, or anything that you want to have, it can all be yours. And what I have learned is that you must give it to yourself for you to later on receive it. And you just give it to yourself the best way that you can. And sometimes the best way you can is an affirmation. And you just claim it. I am, one who receives well from the universe, or I am always healed, I am always forgiven, I am always protected. Those are three of my favorite. I'll tell you why in just a little bit. So, you state these affirmations, or you make these wishes, or you send out your desires, and everything that happens in between now and you receiving those desires are what I call purpose. And it works a little like this. So you make a wish. Maybe it's for a dream car, or maybe it's for a dream home, or maybe it's for a dream lover, or whatever helps build up your dream life. And what you do is, after you make that wish, after you make that affirmation possibly, or after you say that you want it, give it to yourself. And what I mean by give it to yourself is be in the moment of having it. So I'm a firm believer in the law of attraction, and if you've ever seen the documentary The Secret, they go over it lightly in there, and they tell you, well, if you want that dream car, for 2 minutes every night before you go to bed, in your mind, sit in that car. Feel the wind blow through your hair. How does it feel? Accelerate on the gas. Drive through one of your favorite locations. Along the beach is one of my favorite locations. In your mind, drive up to a really fancy business building that has like mirrored windows, and like look at yourself through the car into the windows of that business building, and look how amazing does it feel to be in that car. What does the interior look like, and what does it feel like to switch gears? What does it feel like to be in that car? What does it feel like to own it and know that it is your car? Feel it, be in that moment. That is an affirmation, especially when you say thank you in that moment, in that mind, in your dream car. You say just thank you. Whether it's thank you God, or thank you universe, or thank you this moment in my life. You're just filled with gratitude. And when you say thank you, what you're saying inside at a vibrational level is a true affirmation of I am already owning my dream car. And in the Bible, it says God's name is I am that I am. And I say that because to me, I perceive it as a very powerful law of the universe, or a powerful technique, or a powerful love to call on, that you're calling on all the time. And it's very powerful when you use it in the way I'm describing you, to give yourself what it is that you truly want. Because when you give yourself that moment inside that car and you say thank you, like I said, you're saying I am owning the car of my dreams. And when you do that, I am, repetitiously, the universe begins to correspond to the song that your heart is singing when it sings that joy. And then what you do beyond that is you practice gratitude whenever you can. Because when you practice gratitude and you think of what it is that you're most grateful for, what you're saying is I am one who receives well from the universe. You're saying I am someone who is given things that fill me with love and joy. And it doesn't matter what you're grateful for, whether it's the skin on your body or the food in your belly or the warmth of your clothes. Find anything, and if you can't find anything to be grateful for, I'll give you some really good tools. And you can write this down because it's a really, really good one. And it starts with, I like it when, ... And you're gonna use this often. And you're gonna place yourself in the feeling of what it is you're saying. So I want you to do it now or do it later, just remember. And you're gonna finish this statement. I like it when Grandma bakes fresh rolls from the oven, or I like it when I am doing really well at my job, or I like it when I go to the beach and put my toes in the sand, or you get in the habit of putting yourself in a being in love with the moment, being in love with whatever it is that you have, or whatever it is that you do, or whatever it is that you are. That's another way to get the universe to correspond to treating you like a person that is constantly surrounded and bathed in what your heart calls greatness. So let's say you began to do this, and you began to make your claim on what you are. You're sending out your thank yous, and you're bathing yourself and giving yourself what it is that you really want by putting yourself in the moment of having it and feeling it and getting excited with it. Once you send that out, it is not your job to decide how it's going to come to you. It is your job to let go and let the universe and the power of your inner God work its magic. Because you've chosen a destination now in your life. You've chosen, I will arrive at the destination of that car or that dream lover. That's one of my favorite manifestations, by the way, to dream up someone. If you choose from a fairy tale, and that's what you choose. If you choose a type of home, or a type of friend, or a type of group of friends, or a group that you can call a family, it's completely up to you. The sky's the limit, so make sure you shoot for the stars. I always say shoot for the stars, so you at least land on the moon. And if the stars align just right, you may end up in the stars. So that being said, now that you sent it out, and you sent it out, and you sent it out, and you said that I am enough. Who's to say what's enough, but let's say you do it for a period of 2 minutes every night for 2 months. At that point, and sometimes it only takes one really strong I am, just to let you know. At that point, you let go, and you don't decide how it's coming, like I said. What then happens is all purposeful. And I mean whatever happens. So I would like to use my own story as an example. Because every now and then things did get rough in between the destinations. There was the journey. And, it's okay. It's okay for things to get a little rough at times. And it's okay for you to feel like at times, nothing's going right or nothing's going your way. But that doesn't mean that what you want, what you dream of, what you desire is not coming. One example is, so I I've had several dream jobs in my lifetime, and now that I know how it works, I know how to call them. And it works just like as simple as this. I would say every day when the desire would come up, maybe I was tired of my current job or I wanted something amazing, I would say out loud, I want a job that is low hours, I hardly work at all, and pays me more money than I've ever had. And I want more free time, but more pay. And I wanted to do something that I'm passionate about, but, I like shopping, I would like to get paid to go shopping. And I was just being honest with myself, and I was just sending out that desire. Hey, I want it. I want more pay, I want more free time, and I want to get paid to go shopping. And I would say as simple as that, and I would say it quite often every day, maybe once a day, every day for a period of a few months. And when I'd say it, I would give it to myself as I said it. So I would imagine, what would it be like to have extra time, have extra cash, and somehow, as weird as it sounds, because it sounds kind of weird, be paid to go shopping. So I sent it out and sent it out and sent it out, and next thing you know, it doesn't mean it's gonna happen to everyone or anyone, but it happened to me. I got attacked by this guy. He broke my jaw, he broke my ribs, he broke my nose. It was a random attack. And because of it, I had to let go of my current job. And I ended up getting very close to losing my home at the time, and then time came where my savings ran out, and I was 15 days away from losing my home. And just when I thought I was at my wit's end, I get a phone call. And I hadn't applied for no jobs yet because I hadn't finished fully healing from my broken ribs, and it happened to be my old boss. And she was at a new position, working for a company it was Samsung, and they were hiring part-time employees with full-time pay to go to all these different stores and give away free Samsung phones and also do a little bit of shopping. And it turns out I ended up working maybe 20 to 25 hours a week, and I made more money than I've ever made in any job. And it was everything that I had affirmed not long prior to. And I don't know if the key in that quick manifestation was that through all that mess, I never gave up on my dream. I never lost confidence that it would come to me. I can't really say, but I know that one thing's for sure is that I never would have accepted the offer had all those things never happened. And I can explain my whole life ever since I learned how the law of attraction works when it comes to purpose. Everything that happens after your affirmations from that going forward is purposeful. So it's up to you to choose your affirmation. It's up to you to give yourself what it is that your heart desires. It's up to you, because if you're not focusing on those things, you're focused on something that you are. Why not give yourself the best? Why not shoot for the limits and beyond the limits? There is no limit to anything that you can give yourself in your mind and feel it in your heart. And then just wait and watch it show up and watch the miracles unfold. So like I said, there's 3 affirmations that I want to give you that I find very important because they will keep you safe on your journey to these destinations. in between, like I said, where the purpose is all at. And those 3 affirmations are, I am always protected, I am always healed, and I am always forgiven. And those are 3 things that you really want to hold on to, because that's what's going to keep your journey as safe and blessed as possible. It's also, like I said, it's important to stay as grateful as possible, so that way you're constantly saying to the universe, I am one who receives well. So, with those 3 affirmations, stay safe on your journey, and may all your dreams and wishes come true, greater than you've ever thought possible. Very much like they have for me. Thank you. A really big piece of the puzzle that's really going to help out when it comes to giving you the confidence that's going to help propel you. Focus and make it a habit of focusing on your greatest accomplishments for 5 minutes a day until it becomes so easy it's second nature. What it does is it builds up the I am, so things can come to you much easier. And it doesn't matter if your greatest accomplishment is that you got up today to watch this, or your greatest accomplishment has to do with, your job, or things in your childhood, things that you've overcome, things that you've achieved. Think of all of your achievements and all of your accomplishments and all of those things, and think about them repetitiously. Think about it for 5 minutes a day. Really powers up making things come to you just that much easier. And when you're a little bit more confident, you're a little bit more likely to go up and grab the gifts that are trying to be offered to you constantly. Your name is on so many more gifts than I'm sure what you actually, regularly receive, and to make sure that you hear when the universe calls your name to say, hey, I have what you've been asking for. It's important for you to have that self-worthiness, and what builds that is focusing regularly on your accomplishments and on your achievements until it becomes second nature, and you just feel so built up that of course that's for me. My dreams come true. Of course that's for me. I'm ready. I'm here. Thank you. That's all.
That's so perfect. Thank you. I like it when there's a great speaker that motivates me to give me good food, and that's wonderful spiritual food. Thank you, Jessie. I really appreciate it. What a great talk. If you are capable of giving to the church, we are so grateful for all of your donations, whether they are donations of love, time, energy, or monetary value. We have a donate button. But if you would just take your donation, your inspiration, your prayer, your healing, whatever it is, place it in your hands, and you could either place it on your heart or just hold on to it and repeat with me 3 times. Divine love in me blesses this offering and increases my consciousness of peace and prosperity in my affairs. Divine love in me blesses this offering and increases my consciousness of peace and prosperity in my affairs. Divine love in me blesses this offering and increases my consciousness of peace and prosperity in my affairs. And we would like to thank you, wonderful Spirit, for blessing and loving and returning 1,000-fold all the gifts that are being given. And may the gifts of donation for money and everything that comes to the church to help support this church, to pay the church bills. May it all be used for the highest and best good of the church. Blessings on everyone and blessings on this beautiful church. Thank you, wonderful Spirit. So I would like to thank you all so much for joining us for this service, and I would like to invite you to stay tuned for our special music. We will be having Benjamin, and I don't want to mess up his last name, I think it's Bieberts, but anyways, it's just amazing, Benjamin. He is such a talented musician, and we have so many talented people and musicians here that we're just so blessed for everything. And hopefully we'll be able to open up the church again really soon. We are going to absolutely be following guidelines, and just for the safety of everyone at this time right now, we are not open because we just want to make sure that everyone who serves here is safe, as well as all of those who come here. We love you all so much, and know that the angel world is blessing us always. Stay connected to your loved ones, and we thank you, wonderful Spirit. Amen. And I'll see you again real soon. Goodbye.
Wise men say only fools rush in, but I can't help falling in love with you. Shall I stay? Would it be a sin if I could help falling in love with you? Like the river flows surely to the sea, darling, so it goes. Some things are meant to be. Take my hand, take my whole life too. For I can't help falling in love with you. Like the river flows surely to the sea, darling, so it goes. Some things, you know, are meant to be. Take my hand, take my whole life too. For I can't help falling in love with you. No, I can't help falling in love with you. Happy birthday, Lorena. Falling in love with you. Shall I river flows surely to the sea, darling, so it goes. Some things are meant to be. Take my hand, take my whole life too, for I can't help falling in love with you. Like the river flows surely to the sea, darling, so it goes. Some things, you know, are meant to be. Take my hand, take my whole life too, for I can't help falling in love